Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and tonight I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Ther-murmur-ters. Ther-murmur-ters by DadJokes. That was kind of one of them. This is a puzzle that DadJokes sent in to me using my submission guidelines. Sometimes I go through a period of time where I will get a bunch of submissions in a run, and then I'll go through a period of time where I get almost nothing. I'm currently in a period of time where I've got almost nothing. Now, there are people who've submitted puzzles to me who may be going, but you haven't covered mine yet. This is true. I haven't. I'm still working through the queue I've got, but you know, it's always good to have a few more in the bank. So if you've got a puzzle that you would like to submit that you've created, please have a look at my submission guidelines linked below. And if there's a puzzle you would like to recommend, then also feel free to do that. A couple of people have been recommending to me, and that's great. I've reached out to some of the setters that they've recommended puzzles for, and I haven't got responses, so I haven't been able to cover those puzzles. If it's from an author, a puzzle setter that I've actually covered before, and I just haven't seen their puzzle, odds are I can actually do the puzzle. But if it's from someone new, then of course I've got to go through the contacting that person. And often it might be better to actually reach out to them and say, you might want to submit to Bremster, or would they mind, or whatever, as part of if you've tested the puzzle or something. I don't know. But I've spent a few hours trying to chase setters who either haven't responded or haven't wanted me to cover their puzzles. Okay. So anyway, Ther-murmur-ters by DadJokes. How does this puzzle work? Simple rules. Now, one of the things is there's two different versions of this puzzle. I will link both below. This is the easy version, and there's been a couple of puzzles submitted recently which has had this kind of concept to it, and I chatted to DadJokes about it when I saw his submission had two versions of the puzzle. And apparently the way this works is if you are an experienced Sudoku solver who understands some advanced Sudoku techniques, the other version of the puzzle may be a lot of fun for you. But if you are not, and you would struggle to find some complex Sudoku techniques, then the other version of the puzzle may not be appropriate. And I wasn't sure which one to cover because I may have been able to find those other techniques, but a lot of my viewers may have struggled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the easy version of the puzzle, and then depending on time, I will definitely throw a link to both below, and people should feel free to use the comment section to talk about either version of the puzzle, or jump onto the Puzzle Plaza Discord server and use the Bremster discussion channel to talk about if they get stuck on the other version, maybe I can help. Or if I've got time, I may even do an extra video which I'll keep unlisted, which will be the other version, and if I do get time to do that, I can throw that in the description, but I imagine that will get seen by two people, so maybe it's not worth the effort. But anyway, I'll see how I go, but I will definitely link the other puzzle below. So let's have a look. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every... Ooh, my mouse is playing up. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits on the indicated diagonals must also contain a set of the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. So it's every box, column, row, and diagonal must contain a set of the digits 1 to 9. Along thermos, and we've only got really short thermos, digits must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip. So this digit will be higher than this digit will be higher than this digit, and that's true on all of the thermos. And on green whisper lines, adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. Which the most obvious thing from that is you can never put 5 on a whisper line, because 5 higher than 5 is 10, 5 lower than 5 is 0, and on a standard Sudoku that is not possible. That's all we've got to go on. A little nerve-wracking. Let's give this a shot. Okay, about a minute into solving this puzzle, I got a phone call that I absolutely had to take, and rather than trying to figure out how to restore that, I thought I would just start the puzzle again. Sorry about that, everyone. So let's give this a shot. So really what I had found was that because these whisper lines have to alternate polarity, so because you can't put 5 on a whisper line, and once you put a high or a low digit on a whisper line, then it will continue to alternate. If I put a low digit here, this will have to jump over the 5 and become a high digit, and this would have to become low. Then if you think about it from a thermo perspective, these will have to be the same. So if this is low and this is low, on a thermo, this would have to be low. And if this is high and this is high, on the thermo, this would have to be higher than this high. Whereas low and low, this would have to be lower than this low. So these are always going to be the same same polarity. So what I started to do was actually figure out what these digits could be. Because if it was low, this could only be 1, 2, this could only be 2, 3, and this could only be 3, 4. If it was high, this could only be 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8, 9. And that gives me a quad along here because these don't have repeated digits. So these have to be from 1, 2, 6, 7, and these have to be from 3, 4, 8, 9. And the other thing I just forgot to mention, which was the first thing I put in, is you cannot put 5 on a whisper line, and all of these are on whisper lines on this diagonal. So I could immediately put a 5 in the middle. That's why the quad works. Doesn't work on this line because that cell, I mean, it didn't originally work, but I'd still... Now, this also continues to work, but what I wanted to do is explore this further and see if I could lock down this more. And I just realized that I could when my phone rang. And the reason I could lock this cell down is because if these are low, this has to be high. But if these are low, this is restricted by this being 3 and 4, and this would have to be 8, 9. And if this is going to be low, these are high. And then this is restricted by this being 6, 7, so this has to be 1, 2. So depending on which way you go, it's restricted by whichever of these ones is most restricted. So this has to be 1, 2, 8, 9, and let's use, say, orange, because I use blue and yellow for high and low. Then you end up with this as your color pattern. But these digits can get placed into those values into every single one of these thermo whisper combos. So that cell, or let's do these ones first. That, and that can be only 1, 2, 6, 7. That, and that can only be 3, 4, 8, 9. That, and that can only be 2, 3, 7, 8. That, and that can only be 1, 2, 8, 9. I'm now way ahead of where I was when I had to stop. That's a 1, 2, 6, 7 quad. So these are from 3, 4, 8, 9. And these. And all of these have got the same property. These will all be low or high. These will all be low or high. These will all be low or high. Same here. This one's not the same. And I wonder whether the puzzle would break if this line continued. I'm loath to look at these thermos because I know the difference between the easy and the hard mode of the puzzle is the existence of those thermos. Just make sure I actually had started my recording again. So, how... Like, is there quads or anything in here? Like, as I said, I've got the quad along here. Because there's so many digits in all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all in there. There's no restriction at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 5, 6, 7, 8. There is a 9. So maybe it's about polarity. Right. I don't think they can be purple. Actually, I know they can't be purple. Because if these were purple, and let me just, if these were purple, the puzzle is broken because these would now all either be low or all be high. And I've only got 3 low digits, 1, 2, and 3. But I've got 4 highlighted low cells, so that wouldn't work within those purple cells. There's no 4 in purple. And if it's high, there's no 9 in purple, so that would be broken as well. So these have to be orange, and that is purple. But I can't do the same down here because this is one of each, and this is one of each, so that doesn't actually work. And I can't do the same down here because this is 2 of the same, but this is one of each. So these could be 2 lows, and this is one of each, and this could be 2 highs, and this is one of each. So how do I continue that? Oh, I continue it here. Because you need 2 thermo bits looking at each other, and I've got that here. So in there, I've got, in low, I've only got, there's no 1 in the low digits, and there's no 6 in the high digits. So these have to be different, otherwise I'd be picking 4 lows from only 2, 3, or 4 highs from only 7, 8, 9, and that's not going to work. So those are orange, and that is purple. Now, do I have thermos? But now I don't have the thermo trick looking in. Either here or here. So how do I get the... Because it's easier than that. This is a 1, 2, 6, 7 quad, and those are either the 2 high or the 2 low. This must be purple by just colouring. That's the 2 orange 1, 2, 6, 7. I need 2 purple 1, 2, 6, 7. Those are purple. This becomes orange. Okay. And now the diagonals come into play. These are all purple. So those are all of the low or all of the high, whichever way it is. These are all of the opposite colour. Those are all orange, so that is orange and that is orange, and those are both purple. And those are all orange, so these all have to be purple. That is purple. That is orange. That is orange. And that breaks the puzzle open. So, yeah, that couldn't have been a whisper line because this absolutely breaks the puzzle open. Right, because this digit has to be high or low. This digit has to be high or low, but there's a thermo here. So this cannot be high and this be low, or the thermo would be broken. So this orange is blue. Purple is yellow for my normal high-low colours. This has to be yellow. And now I can go through and I can remove digits. This is low, so it can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 7 or 8. This can't be 6 or 7. This can't be 1 or 2. This can't be 1 or 2. This can't be 2 or 3. This can't be 3 or 4. This can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 7 or 8. This can't be 6 or 7. This can't be 1 or 2. This can't be 1 or 2, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, 8 or 9. This can't be 1 or 2, 8 or 9, 7 or 8, 6 or 7. This can't be 1 or 2, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, 8 or 9. This can't be 1 or 2, 8 or 9, 7 or 8, 6 or 7. Okay. This is an 8-9 pair. That's a 7, that's a 6. 6 on a whisper line makes that a 1, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 3, which makes that a 4, which makes that a 1, Oh, this is a 7 because of there being a 6 in the box. This is a 1. 7 makes this 8 and 9, which makes this 8, which means this can't be 4. This is 3 and 2. 4 is next to 9 on a whisper line, so this becomes an 8. 8 makes that 9. This is 8 now, which means this has to be 3, 2, and 1, because it has to be 3 because I couldn't put 4 next to 8, and then 3, 2, 1 is forced by the Thermo. This 8 makes this 9. That has to be 8 because of the 8's looking into the box. So this becomes 8. This has to be 9 because of the 9's looking into that box. So there's no 9 in either of those. There is a 9 in here, which means one of those two is 9 and it has to be there. I should look here. So this is 2, 3, or 4. This is 6, 7, or 8. This is 7, 8, or 9. This can't be a 6 because this can't be a 1. So this is 7, 8, or 9. This is not an 8. This can't be a 9 because there's a 9 on... Oh, this is a 6, 7 pair. So this is an 8. This is not an 8. Eight is in one of those two. 8 can't be next to 4, so this is a 2 or a 3. 3 is in fact in one of those two. There's no 8 there. There's no 3, pardon me, no 3 there. Hmm. Nine in this box has to go here because 9, 9, and 9 are knocking 9s out of, well, those two 9s are knocking 9s out of all of those. So that has to be a 9. Oh, this 3 makes this 4, and this 1 makes this 2, which makes this 3. I forgot the diagonals. This is a 6, 7 pair. Three is in one of those two by these 3s. 4 is in here somewhere. So 4 is up here somewhere. This 6, 7 doesn't seem to do much. Sorry, I almost took 6 out of there because of this, but there's no whisper line here. One is in one of those two. 2 is in one of those two. This can't be a 4. No, this can't be a 4. Because if this is a 4, this would have to be a 1, 2, 3, and I don't got any. Sorry, wrong one. That can be a 4. That can't be. 4 is in one of those two. One is in one of the... Oh, that's a 1. Where does 1 go in this column? Can't go there because of that, and it can't go there because of that. That is absolutely a 1. So this is now a triple. 5, 6, and 7. There's no 7 there, so there is absolutely a 7 in here. Which means there is a 7 in here. So this is 4, 5, and 6. This still strikes me as tricky. This is the easy version. So what are these digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I can't put 4 here and I can't put 7 here. I can't put 5 here because it sees it. I can't put 6 here. Can't put 7 there. So this is a 4, 5, 6, 7 quad. So this is a 2 and this is a 1, which does no restriction here whatsoever. But this is now low. So 2 is now in one of those two. Well, that can't... Oh, okay. That Thermo does a lot. This is a 2. I can't put a 2 here because this would have to be a 1 and I can't place it there. So this is now a 2. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's the 5. This is a 3 or a 4. Well, hang on. This 2 ages ago made this the 3, which makes this the 4, which makes this the 3, which takes 3 out of those. 4 is low. That Thermo did a lot. It did a lot by me not putting a digit on it. That's really cool. So 4, 4, 4. Actually, no, that's 4, 4. 4 is in here now, which means, oh, I could have taken 4 out of there a while ago. Six, 7 is bugging me. But it works either way, at least by these. Got to put 3 in here. Ah, this 3, which is low, means that this is 3, which is low. Got to put an 8 in one of those two. Oh, this is not 8. There's 8 in one of those two. 4, 5, 6, and 9 go in here. It's not a 9. It's not that great. Wow, this is the easy version. 4, 5, 6, and 7 go in here. 4 is in here, so this is 5, 6, and 7. So 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the digit? I have to put a 3 in here. What I need to do is find something I can't put in here that is wanted. But there... Because if 3 here would mean this could be anything. So that's not... I think this has done its thing with the 2. So 3 is in here. 3 is in... Oh, 3 is here. Because of these two 3s. That was absolutely a 3, which looks up making that a 3. Maybe that'll put more pressure on this Thermo. Because I can't put 4 here now because there's nothing lower than it. So 4 is in one of those. So these are 4, 5, 6, 7. This can't be 4, this can't be 7. This can't be 7. This is 6 or 8 because this column needs 4, 5, 6, or 8. And there's a 4, 5 here. This can't be 4 either. Or 8. This is 5 or 6. What is going on? I've got to put a 1 in one of those. In fact, I've got to put a 1 in one of those. Oh, this 5 makes that the 6, which makes that the 8, which makes that the 4, which makes that the 5. So there's no 5 in any of those. This is 4, 6, 7. 8 is high. 6 is high. 4 is low, but that makes this 9. This is 8. This is not 8. This is 1 and 2, both of which are low. Okay. And I know the order. This is 1. This is 2. There's no 6 here anymore. This is 5 or 7. Which means, right, that's a triple. 6 is up here. So these are 1 and 2. And I know the order. This is the 1. This is the 2. Both of which are low. There is no 2 here. And that makes that the 1 by the pencil marks I had earlier. There's no 9 here anymore. That was a cool way to resolve that, by the way. So more. There's no 5 here. So this is now high because it's 6 or 7. This 4 makes this 6, which makes this 7. These both become high. That means this is 5 and this is 4. 4 is low, and that's this thermo doing its job. These are 5 and 8, and I know the order. That's the 8 and that's the 5. Very nice use of small thermos. This is 7. Very nice use of small thermos, which makes this 6, which finally jumps up the diagonal and makes that 7. There's no 4, 6 pair. So this is not 6 or 7. This is 5, which looks down, making that 7, which becomes high, which looks up, making that 6, which becomes high, which looks over, making that 7, which becomes high. This is 4 and 6, so high and low. The 6 makes this 4, which is low. This is 6, which is high. This is now a pair, which is 4 and 7. And that 7 gives me the order. I'll just do that. That's the low digit. That's the high digit. There's no 4 there. In fact, that's a 5. That is not a 5. That is a 4 or a 6. This 5 is making this 6, which makes this 7 and this 5. Is not 3. This is 2 or 5, and that 5 is giving me the order. 2 and 5, 2 being low, and now I'm down to a final box. So I do need to put a 4 in. It's not there. That's going to be high. No, don't want red. I just wanted yellow. And this is going to have the low digit there. No, low digit. High digit there. So this will be the 4. This will be the 9. And that is Ther-murmur-ters by DadJokes. Very, very cool puzzle. Now, I need to go deal with the thing that the phone call was about, which will probably take me out for a few hours. Oops, I'm going to make people... Well, I'm not going to make people angry if I don't do it, but I'm still going to colour those. I need to go deal with the thing that the phone call was about, which will probably take me a few hours. And then I might come back, and even though I know the tricks, I might try and skip over the break-in and everything and get very quickly to the point where the advanced logic is and see if I can find it. Because the only way to find that video will be in the description of this one. Hopefully it won't be too long a video. We'll find out. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. Thank you DadJokes for submitting this one. That was a lot of fun. As always, good luck with your solving.